Good morning, student. Welcome to College Physics 1 lab. In chapter 1, we talked about vector addition. By this time, you know the difference between a vector quantity and a scalar quantity. Remember, a vector quantity has a magnitude, that means how much, and direction. For example, 100 mile north, right? And 20 Newton force downward. Okay, these are vector quantities. Velocity, you learn in the next chapter, speed and velocity. Speed is a scalar quantity, velocity is a vector quantity. You are going 100 miles per hour. You just told me, gave me the speed, which is a scalar quantity. But you called me and told me that you are going 100 miles per hour north. You gave me the velocity because you gave 100 miles per hour, which is the magnitude of velocity, which you call speed. And then you said north. That means you gave me the direction. Okay? So some scalar quantities, mass, distance, speed, energy, follow? I talked about in lecture 1 and 2. Velocities are displacement. Velocity, I'm talking about the vector quantities. Displacement, 100 mile north. Okay? Velocity is 40 miles per hour east. Okay? Force, okay, is a vector quantity. For example, gravitational force is always downward. So gravitational force downward. Okay? Momentum, okay, and then later on you learn angular momentum. Okay, these are all vector quantities. Okay, today experimentally we'll do vector addition. Okay, and first in your class vectors can be used or added graphically. Graphically you use head to tail. Remember, a vector quantity, let's say 100 miles per hour north. So you draw a scale, you draw a line to the scale. You say 10 miles equals 1 centimeter. Then you draw a line whose length is 10 centimeter because I'm talking about 100 miles per hour north. Okay? So you draw a vertical line and a horizontal line. Okay? They cross, the two line crosses a point, that is your zero. Anything to the right, okay, for example, that will be, we call it north, okay, east, south, west, okay, that will be our direction perception about vector quantities. Okay, so we're going to first add graphical method. We'll use parallelogram method. Okay, you learn in the class. And then a new thing you learn today that is not in your book, called polygon method. Okay, law of sine and law of cosine you learn in algebra. We'll apply that here. Then we'll use component method. You learn a vector has an x component and y component. Follow? Any vector given. Okay, so theoretically, if you look at your data table in page 5, okay, you'll be using this data table. In a minute I will explain everything, okay, when you do the experiment. For the time being, concentrate on setting up the lab. Okay, so we'll give you a force table. Okay, the force table here, and you can see, okay, we draw it, you put it here. Okay, but notice carefully, this is divided from 0 to 60 degree in 1 degree increment. Okay, so let's put it here. There you go. Okay, and then I'm going to label it. Okay, so look, it's not labeled, so this needs to go higher. Okay, okay, it is labeled. Okay, then it says, so here is your force table, 4 pulleys, we'll be using that. Okay, first you orient it here. Okay, so here is 0, remember? So this is my positive x-axis, here is 90, okay, positive y, 180, this is negative x, okay, 270, negative y. Follow everybody? And then you have the 4 pulleys we will be using. Okay, okay, and 4 mass hangers we'll be using, sets of slotted mass, you can see slotted mass. Okay, additionally I'll be using these cubes, they are 1 gram, because you know slotted mass 1 gram is very expensive, so to save some money, you know, I just bought hundreds of them for $20. Okay, now to set up this, you know, metric ruler, sure we'll need them. Here you go, a center pin, okay, and then real nice, you can see strings, in a minute you will see. So this is, you put it at the center, and we'll start, you know, first experiment. In a minute you will see, we'll apply it. Okay, there is an arrow here, I'm going to put it exactly at 0. Here you go, because that is your positive x, in a minute you will see why. Then I'm going to put another one at positive y direction, which is at 90 degree. Here you go. Okay, and let's go to your data table, page 5. Okay, by the way we are going to do the experiment, okay, first one just giving you, so we are going to here look. Okay, by the way these are 50 gram itself, you have to be careful. Okay, in a minute you will see when I say 50 grams. Okay, now okay, now you understand this wants to go this way, resultant, the sum of these two vector is in this direction. How do you protect it? Because if you look, if I leave this, it's going to fall. So I can stop it if I put an opposite force of the resultant. In page 3 we see, we call it equilibrium, figure 3. Okay, here you go. The magnitude of the resultant vector and the equilibrium vector is the same. Only direction of the equilibrium vector is 180 degree to the resultant vector. Is it clear? So here you go. Let's say I'm going to put it roughly somewhere here, here, and I'm going to put an weight hanger there. Oh God, say it's my mistake. I just lifted it. Here you go. My mistake. Okay, by the way I'm going to put 1 Newton. Okay, if you do the calculation, 1 Newton is like around 0.102 kilogram, which is 102 grams. Okay, so let's 50 already here. I need another 50, 100, 2. Since we don't have 2, I'm going to use 2. Okay, 1 Newton. Let's do the same thing there. Okay, and let's do 2 of them. So follow, remember 102 grams is equal to 1 Newton. Okay, now okay, and yeah, to test whether it's in equilibrium or not. It's pretty close, okay. So now I'm going to reduce it a little bit, or I can play with the angle, right? Ta-ta. Oh, your experiment is done. So how many here? Oh, I want to do an accident again. Here you go. So now if you look at, I already have 50, 20, 70, 70 plus 20, 90, 90 plus 20, 110, 20, 130, 10, 140, 143 grams. Follow? Now you have to convert that into kilogram. That means 0.143 kilogram multiplied by 9.8. That is the equilibrium force. Follow? Which is the magnitude of the resultant force. Now at what angle? Follow? So if you read here, it is 130, 31, 132, okay, minus 180 minus 132 is how much? Follow? So like about 47 degree, okay, it should be like around 45 degree. So you calculate the error, okay. So if you look at the data table, okay, so the measured part, okay, look, graphical you will do yourself, analytical you will do yourself, component method you will do it yourself, and I'll help you, okay. You look at, we start our classes on 4th of 24th of July, which is Monday. The same week Friday is the lab, okay. So I'm giving you the experimental value. So Friday you sit down, you calculate graphical, you calculate analytical, you calculate component method, okay, and compare. Then let's say you are struggling with graphical method, you are struggling with analytical method, you are struggling with component method, okay. So your lab will be doing Friday of the second week. Follow everybody? So first week Friday you did the lab, you have in the following Friday you will turn it. I'll wait for you guys to finish the calculation, everything, Wednesday of the next week. Wednesday night, I'll post the result of graphical, analytical and component in details. I'll post it in the Blackboard, okay? Please don't cheat because then you're not learning. Now you sit down, your calculation, first start with graphical, which will be basically drawing, okay? And look at the result Dr. Rabbani, provided, okay? And you can ask me a question instantaneously. You go to the Blackboard, Dr. Rabbani, I don't understand this step, okay? Or in fact, I'll post my phone number. You can call me anytime you have trouble with your lab or any homework problems, okay? So now, this is table 1, we are done. Now I'm going to go to table 2, set up and show you the experiment, okay? Now, let me, 1 second here, okay. The next part, table 2. Remember, this is F1, this is F2. Now you have F1 is 2 Newton, F2 2 Newton. Okay, F1 is at 30 degree. Okay, here we go. Look, 0. Now I have to put it at 30 degree. Okay. How many Newton? 2 Newton. So 2 Newton will be 204. Follow? So here you go. 50, 50, 100, another 100, 4. Follow? You understand? 2 Newton equals 204 grams. Okay. Now F2, because this is F1. Now F2, if you look at the table, is at 110 degree. Okay. Follow? And I need find. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is like around, the angle is 70 degree. So the resultant you theoretically calculate, a resultant came out about 3 Newton for everybody, and you have to do the graphical calculation, analytical calculation, and the component method calculation. The way I described, will follow. Okay, everything. Okay. Now the last part, table 3, we need F1 at 30 degree, 2 Newton, which is already there for everybody. Then F3 is at 110, 2 Newton, great. Okay, let me check whether it is 2 Newton again. Okay, 100, yeah, 2 Newton. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then F3, no, yeah, only 2, right? Now we have to, F3 is at 220, so 220, okay, and 6 Newton, 143, okay. So now we need let me just change something here, just this thing. I'm doing live, so okay, and then so 3 Newton means 306. Okay, so I need so 306. Remember, 3 Newton means 306. So here is the 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now so no, let me go ahead. 2 Newton at 30 degree, 2 Newton at 110, 3 Newton at 220. Is it 3 Newton? No. Just give me 1 second. It's okay. Yeah, I'll find. So F3 is 306. Great. So 3 forces. F1, is 2 Newton. F2, 2 Newton. F3, 3 Newton. Okay. Now let's say so we need something. Let me reorient everything, just give me 1 second. This will be our resultant vector. Okay, everybody. Okay, so the resultant came out to be about 1.6 Newton, the resultant vector, which is this. Okay, so you have 2 Newton at 30 degree, 2 Newton at 110 degree, and 3 Newton at 220 degree. Okay, so this is the experimental part. Okay, so if you look at page 5, table 1, 2, 3, look at table 3, you have only graphical and component method. Okay, and the experiment. So you understand for this 3 table, I did the experiment in front of you, okay, and gave you the result, okay, and I'll post this if you forgot, okay. So if you look at this table here, look, you have to calculate, okay, F1, F2 given, okay, use graphical method to find the resultant, magnitude of the resultant, and the angle it makes, okay. Same thing for table 2, same thing for table 3. For all these 3 setup I just did, I gave you the measured values, and did in front of you. Follow everybody? And that's it. If you have any question, just ask me, as I said, okay. Please remind me if I forget. Always Wednesday of the following week, Friday I did the lab, then comes Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, okay, and I'll post my calculation, okay, as long as you post your calculation, okay, you send it to me, okay, and we'll go from there. All the labs will be like that, okay. So that's it for lab 1, vector addition. Any question, just text me or call me, okay. Thank you.